Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' It's D, about to react to this video by Honest. This is the sad case of Justin Bieber. Does this have anything to do with the inappropriate way that adults handled him as a child? Does this have anything to do with that? Because I saw on Instagram the other day this compilation, this short compilation of people being really weird with him when he was like 16. These people included that carpool karaoke fat man, Ellen, this white actress lady, and some other adults like filling on him, grabbing his booty. I think Katy Perry was involved. I was like, oh my God. And then it was like him, it was a clip of him crying, like, you know, the way I was treated wasn't right. I was like, oh my goodness, this is not talked about. What happened? Justin, tell us, spill the tea. So I don't know if it's related to that, but if it is, I want to know more. Let's watch.
Justin Bieber is one of the most recognizable young stars of all time. But I think that he's done such a great job at transitioning into an adult star that his younger stardom is not really examined in the same way I see others examined. Like, he's not a nostalgia act, which is usually the common trajectory for people who get famous so young. For example, I don't even think of the song Baby when I first think of Justin Bieber. He just seems so far removed from his younger stardom. It's not something he just coasted in. While Justin has had his very public controversy and done some bad things, I don't think his relationship with the media while being a young star is necessarily talked about enough. It was not all sunshine and rainbows. And one thing we could talk about is the Bieber hate. For anyone who witnessed the rise of Justin Bieber, you could understand how excessive and socially expected it was to say you hate Justin Bieber. I don't even feel like it was fashionable to say Justin Bieber had some good songs until 2015's Purpose. Now granted,
people still hate on me to this day. I just listened to that today. That shit is a bop.
For instance, I strongly dislike Baby, and I felt people have a right to dislike music. Artists put music out for public consumption.
Right, nobody cares what music you dislike. If you dislike Yummy, nobody cares. Good for you, congrats. Do you want a cookie, an award? What's up? I love that song. It is the best song that he's ever released. I listen to it all the time, and there's that, you know?
And the public is allowed to give their opinion on it, good or bad. But the backlash Bieber received was so much more than that. We would have grown adults dogpiling on him for no reason. Insults, questioning his sexuality, and so on and so forth.
Weird.
And of course, there's something to be said about the mass hate towards anything that appeals to teenage girls. Bieber's not necessarily unique in this scenario, but it's still so insane how much anti-Bieber rhetoric there was. However, there is a certain benefit, or can be a certain benefit, to that type of hate career-wise. What it did is it gave his young fans who adored him even more of a reason to defend him and stick by his side.
Girl,
imagine when you were a young fan of someone and you hear someone say that this person is trash, especially if they're older. It only makes you want to defend your favorite artist more. Justin has spoken about how it made him feel. I had no idea that I would get sucked up by all this stuff, Justin recalled. There was just so many people who were so mean. Random people who were like, you suck, you look like a girl. I would shake it off and act like it didn't bother me, but that stuff bothered me. And then it affected how I acted and how I treated people. Moving past the hate, there are also many blatantly inappropriate things that coincided with the rise of Bieber. He was sexualized a ton. And there's even moments where a young Bieber expresses how uncomfortable he is. But it was brushed off.
Has your mom given you a sex talk yet?
I mean, like, I really don't want to have that conversation with my mother.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I've kind of had it with my father.
You want to hear? Oh, really? See, my parents never gave me the sex talk.
Okay.
Why are you talking
why don't you
to
give me
him
a sex
about
talk?
that?
I feel uncomfortable right now.
Oh.
Why do you want to know the sex talk from a 15-year-old boy? That's pretty weird.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the album.
Okay.
Period, Justin.
Yeah.
That is really weird for her to say that. Is this where she grabbed his booty? Oh no, I saw this too. Yeah, what the fuck, bitch? Horny ass bitch. This is out. If I was his mama, if this was my child and he was getting groped by a grown ass woman, bitch, I'm waiting for you backstage, you nasty hoe. Get your fucking crusty ass hands off my son. Was he like 16, 17 here? And you are going to jail. This is assault against a minor. Why are you touching him?
Wow! I feel violated right now.
Wow, asked him if he liked French girls because they have big boobs as well as if he knew how to French kiss. TikTok then cuts to Bieber saying they were asked really weird questions. You know, I'm only 15. Mom was like right there. Why the fuck your mama ain't say nothing? Her punk ass. She should have said something. This is nasty. This is fucking nasty. McCarthy asked about the incident afterwards and told, I just got to neg Justin Bieber and grab his butt. It was a little cougar scary, but I took the opportunity in the window. Consider I'll never get to do it again and kind of... You trifling bitch. This is so fucking sick. I didn't know about any of this. Why is this just getting brushed under the rug? I'm sure it's because he's a boy.
It's almost mind-boggling how much we have changed culturally. Because a lot of these things flew under the radar. And were not discussed or
I would never want to touch a little nasty, pissy little boy like that.
If something like this happened today,
like,
it's almost guaranteed to get a big reaction. But it's also terrible that that reaction didn't happen in the moment. Especially because it occurred in the international media. And maybe it wasn't met with much of an inflammatory reaction because this type of sexualization is brushed off when it comes to boys. Especially when it comes to boys and older women. It's almost assumed that boys should like that type of attention.
No, he didn't like it.
And on the other hand, when it comes to men having inappropriate conversations with young boys, it's almost always presented as a stroke of ego or some type of symbol of camaraderie, instead of what it actually is, predatory and weird.
Exactly.
A stranger has absolutely no business trying to talk to someone's child about the birds and the bees. It was later revealed that Justin was struggling with addiction as well. So bad to the point that the people around him feared that he would pass away from an overdose. And he admitted that he first tried drugs at the age of 13.
Which ones?
And obviously Justin has his wrong choices and his own accountability to be held for some of the situations he's been in as well. But uncovering all that he went through, it makes some of his controversies and actions much more understandable. As if being a child star isn't enough pressure, there's another added layer of pressure when you have reached Bieber's status of visibility that caused him to be a figure of both hate and admiration at such a young age, and inexcusable predatory incidents. He's lived a wild life.
Yeah, he look older right there. How old is this man? They didn't even show all the clips because, like I said, I saw several other celebrities groping him and touching him and being weird. And I was like, oh my God. And he looked uncomfortable and even said that he was uncomfortable in several of those situations and nobody seemed to care. But I don't like how we like, oh, this is why he been wilding. This is why he called black people niggas. No, let's relax. I don't think that these should be used as excuses for his problematic behavior over the years. But I think it should be acknowledged that he went through this, you know. And I think that it should bring more awareness. Because for little boys, they do feel like, oh, you should like if women, older women are like giving you attention. No, that shit is still creepy. It's fucking creepy and it's nasty. And why do you old bitches even want to touch this little boy and grope him and touch his booty? Like, y'all are fucking nasty and weird. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.